Test. Testing 1 2 1 2. I am back. I am back. Getting my setup situated here. Okay, let's see if my camera is working. Doesn't appear to be. Right. Dive in. Yeah, I'm not seeing any luck with the cam. Okay, wait. Maybe there is. And there it goes. I'm just gonna skip it for today. Okie doke. Hello again, folks. It's been a week since I streamed again because I'm working again. Not quite having a low period, but just thinking about a lot of stuff. Like I recently posted a status on Facebook about the TikTok ban, and it's
I don't
a
understand.
semi-complex issue.
I know saving her was the right thing, but she seemed all evil at the end.
Not evil. You killed her son, lad.
Her son was trying to kill her.
The death of a child is not something a parent gets over easily.
But he was gonna kill her.
She would have
Yeah.
died to see him live. Only a parent can understand.
So you'd let me kill.
And I can honestly say I've never been homicidal towards anyone, including my parents. Although I have had times where I was frustrated very much with my parents. I have had times, and I sometimes talk about this in the show, where I felt suicidal. I don't feel that way anymore. I should clarify, like, thoughts of suicide, not necessarily suicidal, but yeah, I'd say I've outgrown. Like, I don't know if I should say outgrown, but I have moved past or lived past those feelings. That's how I should express it. Because I mean, I had this mentioned in my Facebook post. Also here on now YouTube. Just look at my numbers, right? Just look at those numbers, and you'll see how screwed up and messed up the entire online situation is. Like, it is so messed up. It is so jacked up. And it's definitely disproportionate in nature, where some people get all the followers. You know the types. You know those people. Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish. I get, those people that have, hundreds, thousands, maybe millions of followers. And then you get to people like me, and it's like,
If it meant you would live.
I was never given a shot.
Yes.
Look,
I
no
was
easy
not
choice
given
for anybody, brother.
like
I
acting
think we can all
opportunities.
agree you did the right thing.
Yeah, you killed him so you cannot kill his mom. I think I do agree that was the right thing to do. I guess I could drop these off and then go to
The
the.
world's a better place with Freya in it. Just give her time, lads. She'll come around.
Back to Tyr's temple then. One last time.
Aye. Jotunheim awaits.
Why did Baldur say we cost him?
Odin must have convinced him that following you to Jotunheim would bring his cure. Lies, I'm sure.
Why did Mistletoe break the spell?
Vanir magic is powerful, but its rules are slippery and elusive. I'm sure it makes sense if you're a witch. Oh, but it's also bloody tragic. Baldur was the greatest gift Odin granted Freya. The one thing she treasured from their marriage. She only hoped to spare him pain and spare herself loss. And such impulses can lead good parents to make terribly stupid decisions. This is none other than Geirdrithul, the master of arms in Valhalla, responsible for arming and training Odin's Einherjar.
His what?
His army come Ragnarok. The entire reason Valhalla exists, you see. The Einherjar wait in the Great Hall endlessly, feasting, drinking, and fornicating themselves silly. Once Ragnarok begins, Odin calls them into service to fight on his behalf. Geirdrithul had her hands full training that lot.
Does he ever stop talking? Like, jeez Louise. I'm almost done collecting Valkyries, by the way, in the current playthrough.
Here we have Air, the healer.
A Valkyrie healer? Strange.
Air was strange, as a matter of fact. Very quiet, very calm.
Missing some of these.
Where her
Whatever, he's
sisters
just
were
recapping what
violent
it says.
rapids, Air was a gentle stream. She healed the wounds of both mortals and gods. And even a certain all-knowing sage who once drank too much and fell off a mountain. Not my proudest moment.
I don't know, I think about that too, like what people would say about me when I'm gone. I think I've led a noble and virtuous life. In spite of everything, in spite of like all the negative emotions and feelings I've had, all the negative thoughts I've had, I've pushed past that and pushed through it and have largely helped others, benefit people. Absolutely, I have. And then on that front, and to that point, I've led a very noble and, as I said, virtuous life. Even if I were to die today, I think I would die with no regrets. And I would hope no one would say that about me, that, you know, he talks too much, because I don't feel like that's the case. I think it's now true more than ever that I found a balance where I don't talk too much, and some might argue there are times where I don't say enough, but I think I err more so on the side of not saying too much. I err more so on the side of being quiet. And I think that is a sign of intelligence too. Like, I used to be that same way, where I used to not say a lot either. I wasn't historically very loud or outspoken. And I'm a teacher now, of course. I've been a teacher for the last several years. And I think teaching has really challenged me to be more outspoken, more outgoing.
Oh man, the tower ate the Unity Stone, didn't it? I wanted to fly again.
Yes, that's a terrible pity.
So why do they call Odin the Lord of the Hay?
That refers to a modest example of Odin's thirst for knowledge. The time he spent 9 days a dead man. Aye, hung himself by the neck from Yggdrasil's branches, put his spear through his own side, and bled down into the Well of Destiny. He roamed the realms of the dead and plundered the World Tree of its secrets, until I think quite rightly it got fed up with him and sent him back to the land of the living. Did I not mention he was barking mad?
One spent 9 days dead hanging from Yggdrasil, the World Tree. With the wisdom of life and death and destiny, he goes really far to get what he wants. And I guess, like, musing on that topic, if the game will allow me to talk, suicide, it is one of the few powers that men have, right? Like, you have the ability to decide your own fate, to end your life, should it become insufferable. And some of my friends did take that route, and I don't think they're any worse off for having taken that option. It is a relief, absolutely it is. It's a comfort, because there are times where this life is like it's obnoxious. In a word, it's totally obnoxious. You have these fake numbers online, fake people everywhere. No one listens. I mean, it totally sucks. Like, I don't care who you are. It absolutely sucks. If you can make it in this life, good for you. Yeah, good for you if you can make it in this life. Absolutely good for you. But to all those people out there that are suffering and struggling, I get it. I feel some of that pain. Like, I honestly do. And if you say, like, I just feel like ending it all, like, I want to die today, like, I totally get that. I totally get it. Because, like I said, it sucks. It absolutely sucks. And life is more or less about just finding reasons and ways to get by, in my mind. They had that show on Netflix, I think it was like a couple years back, called 13 Reasons Why. And it was this girl, she had like all these reasons why she killed herself. But for me, it's 13 reasons why I want to keep living. Like, that's how it is for me. The reasons that I have to find to keep pressing on and not kill myself. Because there are times where, again, you're given 13 reasons to kill yourself.
What's it gonna be this time?
And so it's like, just try to flip it, you know? Like, just try to flip it and just try to make it 13 reasons why you will keep on living. And I think that adds an extra interesting element of challenge to life. Because it's like you're searching for meaning and you are trying to instill in it purpose and meaning in a chaotic and meaningless world and universe. It's totally chaotic. It is totally meaningless. And yes, also good for you if you're able to find meaning and press on. Like, absolutely good for you. Because it's total BS at certain levels. Like, it's total BS. Okay, anyway, I'm looking for upgrades now. Finding reasons to carry on. I didn't see anything there that I needed.
Here we go! I can't believe we're gonna see the giants.
Well, if things work according to plan.
I'm someone who advocates for positive social change through my career, through my channels. And I encourage you to do the same. If you're a guy like me who is living a steady life, like, my life has stabilized a great deal. Like, I'm no longer as, like, what's the word? Edgy? I guess edgy as I used to be. I think I have grown a considerable amount. I think I have stabilized in my emotions. And again, become more or less an advocate for positive social change when it was so desperately needed. Because if you look all around, it's like, it's so easy to find signs of injustice and problems in the
Go
world.
ahead and lock in Jotunheim and we'll be on our way. Probably.
There was a TikTok today talking about it, where, like, here are all these problems, and instead of addressing those problems, they want to focus in on a TikTok ban. And as usual, Congress, I think they just don't get it. They don't get it at all. It's amazing how they got that far in life. Like, it is absolutely amazing. I guess that is one positive of politicians today, is that it's inspirational. It is absolutely inspirational seeing those dirtbags in office. Because, I mean, if they could do it, anyone can, in my mind. Anyone can. Because they don't do jack. They do absolutely nothing. And then they focus in on all the wrong problems. Okay, where do I go? Helheim or Niflheim? I thought it was Jotunheim I go to.
Boy, ahead. Get ready.
Oh, right.
And I'd say that's one good thing about this show, is that I'm able to get my voice out there and use it as a platform.
Oh, hadn't considered that. Maybe we should talk about this a bit more.
Nah, I'm sure you'll be fine. Ready?
That's unpleasant!
Now, boy.
I think about that a lot too, like my family life, whether or not I'll be able to start my own family. Would I even want to? Knowing what I know now. And my answer to that is I'm not so sure.
What are we
I'm not so
waiting
sure.
for? Think it's far?
We will see.
I think I need more motivation to make that move. Absolutely, more motivation.
A word, please, before we continue.
What is it? Maybe let's just keep talking so I don't have to. Please.
Listen, the
Please
last
keep
thing
yammering
you two
on.
need up there's a decomposing heat ruining the moment. Why don't I wait for you here? This is between you and the boy.
True. But if someone were to
My
fight...
lady sips soft, perfect sloshers. You done did it.
Sorry. We had to see this.
Oh, no. No, 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 no. Ah, fine, damn it. Fine.
Watch their head till we return.
I can do this. No, I can't. Oh.
Okay.
Ready. Come.
Oh, gee whiz, I actually get to play the game now. On Jotunheim's High Peak. And overall, I'd have to say this is a good game.
You hurry back, please.
Don't flatter yourself.
I like and appreciate the lore, the actual world itself, the sequencing of the story. It does feel and seem to me that the game itself is well made. And I do think it was deserving of 2018 Game of the Year. Yeah, I mean, I would say I've had a positive experience playing the game so far. And yeah, I mean, it has the added benefit of when I stream, I can reflect a little bit and share some of my views, opinions, insights. I'm able to do that through teaching as well, so I guess that's good.
Look! We're on the giant's fingers. I can see the highest peak ahead. Right over there. We did it.
We did.
I think it is a chaotic and meaningless life. 100%.
What are you doing?
I have nothing more to hide.
Anyway, back to the game. You just arrived in Jotunheim. Chris is unraveling his wraps. Showing his scars.
Can we go now? We're so close.
Boy.
And shoot that boy might as well be a vanity project for Kratos, right? See, and they are delivering the mom's ashes. It's not just about Ragnarok. That's what I thought originally. Blinded by the light. Up like a deuce. What in the heck? What? I'm trying to figure this out. Like, what? think this is going back. Yeah, this is going back. I don't think people with kids are any better than normal
It's
people.
nothing.
People without
I
kids.
just thought I'd hear voices by now.
Like, that's definitely something I want to clarify. Like, Kratos is no better because he has Atreus. Like, you're not better than anybody else, by the way. You're no pure, no more pure, no more noble for having kids. Like, you're really not. It's an expression of your ego only.
Anybody here?
Some people have pretty big egos. Like, that's definitely true. Okay, all right. What is that?
Why carve all these faces?
What if this is all the giants that got out of Midgard alive? Not really many at all.
What is this place?
They must have all come through here when they left Midgard. What was left of them.
We're just commenting on the surroundings.
Odin and Thor, ruining everything for everybody.
I'd like to clarify that I am a quiet person, but that is largely a good thing. Because I feel like a lot of people spend a lot of time just talking without really saying much. And I don't want to be one of those types of people. If I do say stuff, I want it to be strategic, meaningful, and impactful. I don't want it to be just like leaves blowing in the wind when I talk. Anyway, be right back. I'm going to use the bathroom, and then when I get back, I'll go ahead and read this. Dream of Midgard. BRB. Okay, and I wanted to expand on that really quickly before I read this Dream of Midgard. You can have a full life without kids. I absolutely think that's true. You can have a full life without meeting somebody because love is overrated anyway. And it's true what they say, love stinks. It absolutely stinks. That's another one of those areas is like if you can make it, good for you. If you can meet someone who reciprocates your feelings for you, good for you. But that does not need to be the dream. That does not need to be the ideal. That does not need to be the standard of a life well lived. Reduce and lower the expectations. You don't need all that extra crap in your life to live a full life. Okay? Anyway, dream of Midgard. Midgard was a dream of what could be if we shared and collaborated Jotnar, Aesir, Vanir, Elfdorf, and mortals most of all. It was beautiful, but not everyone is capable of sharing. Some believe anything uncontrolled is savage and threatening, and so we were mocked and tricked and used and then slaughtered. Odin and his tribe were barred from our realm, but it was not enough. The wrath of Thor and his terrible hammer have thinned our number in Midgard to the brink of ruin. There is no option but to withdraw, while yet any live to do so. Odin and Thor would have killed all the giants if they could, and they got away with everything. Looks like they killed many of the giants, as it was.
Where are they now?
The giants came back home so they could survive. But I'm not sure they did.
I should have been in that status too. Because Facebook was, like, TikTok was also good for discovering music. Yeah, I think it's a better status now. If it went through. I can't emphasize that enough. That having kids does not make you a quote unquote better person. Like, it really doesn't. Okay, anyway. Yeah, the giants were wiped out. We're just going around commenting on dead.
But I
Yeah.
don't. This place is dead. What happened to them? Why'd Mom send us here?
One question is answered and two more take its place.
Hole in the wall, literally.
Wait! Father! Something's happening. It's your axe. It's Mother. Look. She's arguing with a bunch of giants. She knew giants? That's us. The first time we met the world serpent. But how? And our fight with Baldur. But that just happened. Wait. They knew everything that was going to happen. The dragon in the mountain, the stone mason, all these drawings. This is our story.
No. This is your story.
But what does it all mean?
That I was not the only parent with secrets.
You didn't know. She was a giant. I'm a giant. Why didn't she tell us?
She sent us here, knowing we would find this.
But why not just tell us the truth?
Your mother would have had good reasons. Baldur was never sent to find me. He was tracking her all along, not knowing she was only ashes.
If she had a plan for us, I trust it. Whatever it is. Besides, she hasn't been wrong yet. Come on. We're so close to the end now.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Why did they have to throw her ashes off of the mountain? Yeah. I guess just for tradition's sake. Ritual, right? Ritual. We missed one.
Huh. Who's the guardian?
I thought about that too. Like, where would I like to travel this year? I think I decided with South America. My options were like Egypt, China, Australia, South America. I think I'm going with South America.
Look, it's Mother's. She saw every step we took before we took it. Like she was always with us. Watching over us. Leading us home.
Atreus is
Let's
cringe.
finish it.
He's just too young, in my opinion. Like I said before, like if he was just like 10 years older, I think it would have been okay, but he's just way too young. And it's to the point where he is totally cringe. All right, I thought there was some marker here, but I guess not. He's at that age where it's like, Kratos, did you really make the right call? Did you really make the right call? I'm telling you, there are some young people that are just straight up. So-and-sos. where it's like, I am fully affirmed in my decision to not have kids thus far. Fully affirmed. Okay, we're going to throw our ashes off. Nice view. This year, I think I'm going to only plan a few days at a time, too. Instead of planning out the entire trip like I did last year.
Do it together. Son.
Tried doing a continuation of last year's trip to just see the sites I didn't get to see. I can always do that next year.
Goodbye, Faye.
I love you, Mom. The Giants. They really are all gone. There's nothing for us here.
Come.
So, I get that Mother was a giant, which makes me part giant and part god.
And part mortal.
Right. I guess there's just one thing I don't understand. My name on the wall. The Giants called me... Loki?
Troublemaker.
Loki. That's the name your mother wanted for you when you were born. She must have called you that to her people.
I thought Loki and
But why?
Thor were brothers. You're wrong about that.
A question for another day. Let us go home.
Yeah, I think they were brothers. Okay. What if that was the game over? Return to Tears Temple. Yeah, 38 minutes into the episode, we've scattered the ashes that we've been building to for the last 35 episodes. And I think on that topic, it does highlight the notion of closure. To like, how do you move on when someone passes away? And scattering the ashes is one way.
Why she want to end up here? Be with her kind? But did she know it was going to be like this here? Is this what she wanted us to see? Did she want us to tell the people?
Just stop talking, Atreus, please.
I do not know.
So what should we do?
I trust you to decide that.
Oh.
Yeah, the credits, wow.
So, why'd you want to name me Atreus? I know it can't be for a god.
No. He was a soldier. A Spartan.
A great warrior?
All Spartans are great warriors. We trained from birth. Our lives were discipline, duty, battle, and death. Life was grim, and we greeted it grimly. But Atreus
that's a good
of
mentality.
Sparta was unlike the rest of us. He wore a smile even in the worst of times. He was happy. He inspired us to hope that though we were machines of war, yet there was humanity in us. goodness. When the day came for him to lay down his life in battle, his sacrifice saved countless others and turned the tide in our favor. I carried him home on his shield and buried him with all the honors of Spartan custom. His memory was a comfort in dark times.
Wow, you actually told a good story. Mimir missed it.
But yeah, how do you get closure? I know my grandmother's ashes were spread, and the other grandmother was buried.
I understand if you want to go home, but I bet there are still some corrupted Valkyries out there that could be set free. Some other help people. Maybe helping people was part of why Mom sent us out here, too. I mean, what would Atreus of Sparta do?
And what would Loki do?
Huh. That's a weird name. I'm glad we went with yours.
My grandfathers were dead by the time I was born. They had died of old age. I never had a chance to meet my grandfathers. I guess that wasn't the official end of the game.
Lads, am I glad to see you. I believe I've reached my limit.
They just left him there.
Dwarven charm.
What happened, Mimir?
They took an uncomfortable number of measurements and then proceeded to bicker about the weather.
Where do you want us to take you?
How about the warm confines of anywhere bloody else?
New exploring, complete dwarven favors, free dragons, travel to Muspelheim and Niflheim. Find new items in the shop to get powerful equipment that will allow you to defeat all legendary corrupted Valkyries. Valkyries revealed. I'm kind of afraid of doing that. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do all the post-game content. And then I will draft the review, I guess, on TikTok, should it be able to go live. Where? I guess these patches are areas that I haven't yet explored. Okay, these are travel areas. I wonder how much stuff is left to do. There's no accident Mom sends to Jotunheim. She knew everything that was going to happen. Everything that had to happen. Mother was a giant. The last guardian in Midgard. I guess she couldn't tell us, but now she wanted us to know. She wanted me to see I have a destiny. But I'm not really sure what it all means yet. Maybe we will head home for now, or maybe we'll see who else needs our help. I'm ready for whatever's next. Return to Tyr's Temple. Start a new game. Can I just keep playing the game? Where's Tyr's Temple? Are we in it? I've already completed that. I guess let's make our way back to the guys, Midgard. I'll figure out what to do from there. I do want to unlock the legendary armor.
Before we return to Midgard, I should warn you. More time has passed than you might realize. The snowfall that began when you slew Balder, it's become something else. Stuff of omens.
Omens for the coming of winter.
Not just any winter, but a great winter to span 3 summers. And when it's done, Ragnarok begins.
Ragnarok.
The name of the sequel, by the way.
Aye, snow. Lots more snow. And then the end of the bloody world. In that approximate order.
Another prophecy.
No, brother. Prophecy doesn't expect this for 100 more winters at least. You've changed something. Prophecy didn't count on you.
No. I'd ask what you guys thought if I had actual viewers. I'd say, what do you guys think? Should we do a post game or should I just move on to the next game? But yeah, I have 0 viewers, so I don't know what the point of that would be. Talking to myself, as I always do. But I'm pretty darn good at it by this point. Alright. Okay, where do we go now? Through here, or? I kind of don't like how it's so ambiguous.
Fimbulwinter. I can feel it in my scrotum. This is the big one.
Stop saying that. Oh, you're making me very nervous. It was bound to snow sooner or later.
That ain't just snow and you know it. It's the end times.
How dare you make me the voice of reason? Guys? Just discussing the weather. Bit of a cold snap lately.
What he means is, Fimbulwinter's upon us, boys. The winter to end all winters. I can feel it in my scrotum.
Yeah. We heard.
So, if you're heading home, try to keep moving and also not die.
Or if you're not heading home, same advice. What'll it be?
I guess these are supposed to be made. Estecos and alloy. How do I even get that? I'll have to look it up. How much time is left in today's episode? I'm looking for Evaldi's. Evaldi's rusted armor. Yeah, I believe I have some time. I have about 10 minutes. I'm gonna look it up really quick because I do not know. I do not know. I'll go ahead and pre-record the TikTok review, and then I'll go ahead and add commentary for that tomorrow. I'm thinking tomorrow. And then I'll highlight some of the things I already talked about, like the sequencing of the story. The family-based themes. I would say convincing voice acting for sure. I don't know if I'd go so far as to say likable characters, but that's definitely the case for Kratos. Beautiful environments, absolutely beautiful music, well-tuned combat. I would like to say mention too. Challenging boss fights. I mean, the Valkyries were brutal, just absolutely brutal. Of all these, where is it though? It says New Game Plus. Access the central room in Niflheim. And then speak to him in Niflheim.
What the fuck ever?
You had nothing to make me, dude. I don't know, actually, if you need to do New Game Plus to get it, though. That's what I don't know. I mean, I think the game is basically over. Like, we basically did everything there was to do in-game. Okay, we basically just have to beat the Valkyries. Also playing Dust right now in ESO. I may at some point get back into WoW. It has not yet been determined what my timeline is for that.
But the serpent's already been there and seen it. So hasn't he already failed?
Fate's a tricky thing, lad. Odin's just arrogant enough to think he can get the best of it.
Fate is another lie told by the gods. Nothing is written that cannot be unwritten.
On that, brother, you and the All-Father may just agree. Even if he can't prevent Ragnarok, he still hopes to learn enough details to influence the outcome. Remind me later to tell you about the rules.
Nothing's written. Odin thinks he can beat fate and change Ragnarok, even though the serpent's already been through it. Father doesn't think much of fate either. Another lie told by the gods. They have that in common. I don't know. I think it's an interesting question. Like, is fate real? Or is life decided by the choices we make? I think the latter. I think it really does boil down to what we say and do and what we choose in life. That determines what our outcome is, or what our outcomes are.
Let's get you squared away then.
I don't know why it says it's worse. Almost doesn't even make sense, like how much worse it is. Did I get an upgrade in my armor? What game am I playing next? I think I'm going to play Detroit. You know what? I think I'll play Horizon, right?
Hey, nobody's twisting your arm.
Forbidden West. I think I'm going to play that next. Because the way I've been doing it is like male protagonist game, female protagonist game. Male protagonist game, female protagonist game. But I think my next game is going to be either Forbidden West, I think it's called, or Control. I think I'm leaning towards, like I said, Forbidden West. Let's see, Leviathan. My armor is so strong. It's better than the legendary armor.
Right, what'd you break?
I'm wondering if you need to upgrade it, though. I need pristine Dust of the Realm.
Next time, I guess.
We're about out of time for today's episode. I might have a bonus episode. I think I will have a bonus episode.
Not sure why anyone would want to come here, but here we are.
It smells bad.
From a fog. basically, I'll just have a bonus episode to try to see if I can just wrap everything up for this game. Beat the Valkyries. I might need more than one episode to do it.
Weird.
Yes, a strange material.
I want to fully experience the game before I wrap it up.
What is this stuff?
This mist is cursed.
Cursed?
Quite right. Safe to breathe for a time, but it'll kill if we linger. Just one more reason to love Niflheim.
Okay. I understand the mechanic.
Here,
Not
boy.
boy.
Yes, sir. Let's see.
I think World of Warcraft, like looking back, was pretty much the perfect game. Because it perfectly adapted to your unique playstyle. And I talked about that before. Like you could explore the world at your own pace. And we've been playing the game for as long as I have. Like the game definitely was addictive. I got to the point where I was very good at like resting and questing and dungeoning. This is the Curse of Vivaldi. Turn back. Upon this place sits the Curse of Vivaldi, whose talents threaten the gods of Asgard. The mists of Niflheim were made a weapon by my father's alchemy, and turned upon their creator. His skill as an inventor and craftsman were unrivaled, but it was his talent and genius which drew the ire of the Aesir in the first place. Therefore I, Usognir, renounce this place. I renounce dwarven kind. I am off to seek refuge in self-imposed exile in Midgard. Those who do not flee this realm will join my father in the grave. Son of Vivaldi. You got the echoes. Okay, not both though. I need a bunch of echoes. Sometimes I wonder about that too, like what my perfect job is. I don't know. I've floated the idea of being a lawyer. Not sure if I will commit. I bought a book, but Digital Fortitude. I haven't even begun to read it yet. I really don't know like what kind of lawyer I would make.
Ah! Fancy seeing you two here.
Yeah, Niflheim. There's a Valkyrie here. I think there's at least one realm I didn't get to see. Oh, there is also a Valkyrie in Helheim too. Yes. Oh, okay, and there's one in Alfheim. Wow. Oh. Yeah. Does it say? There's one in Midgard. Oh, it says 4 out of 4. Okay, good. I would wager that there are 3 more Valkyries to tackle. How much time is left? I think like 5 minutes, right? No, we're pretty much out of time. So I'll go ahead and talk to Sindri, and then that'll pretty much be it for today's episode. And like I said, I will have a bonus episode tomorrow with potentially 1 or 2 additional episodes, depending on how long it takes for me to get down those Valkyries. But I do want to get them down.
You're here, Sindri. This mist is pretty gross.
You think I can't handle a little cursed mist? Well, you're right. I'm trying to build some armor that will lessen its effects. The materials I need are all right here in Ivaldi's workshop, but they're blanketed by this nauseating mist, of course.
Wait for it.
The last known location for such armor is in the workshop's center chamber. The entrance is sealed, but I could craft you an entry stone with enough mist echoes.
There it
Okay.
is.
Retrieve 500 mist
Very
echoes.
well. To business. I
Can
wouldn't
I
recommend
buy?
staying in the mist for too long. That stench will stick to your hair, your weapons, your armor, and I will not touch your gear until you burn all the tiny beasties off in the fires of Muspelheim. Also, it will kill you. What else was there?
What else is there, Roykstop? I'm gonna go ahead and save here.
Just make sure you give yourself enough time while you're hunting for echoes. I know you two get carried away, breaking pots and looting corpses.
I think I need like just a little bit more time to reflect on the game. I think it was a good game. Was it quite to the level of Elden Ring? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think Elden Ring was an absolutely incredible game with over, I think, 100 hours of content, right? I'm pretty sure it had almost 200 hours of content from what I recall. Like, that was a game. This game, it was good. It was good. I'll go ahead and create a new. Or the realms. Yeah. All right, I'll go ahead and record my review, and then I will end today's episode. Not necessarily in that order. Thanks for watching. Sleep tight. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Donations. Memo Stormer Show.